I'm pleased to invite Ambassador Rafael Barak, Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Israel, for the closing speech.
Distinguished guests, our brethren from Jewish communities around the world, our fellow Muslim imams and muftis, and fellow representatives of Christian European parties and communities, fellow diplomats, professors, members of academia, scholars, Israeli guests, students. And thank you very much for your participation in this important conference over the last 3 days. The uniqueness of the Global Forum for Combating Antisemitism lies in the diversity of its participants and your willingness to come together to help end this ancient malady that has poisoned the minds of too many generations against the Jewish people. This year, we will be marking the 70 years since the destruction of many Jewish communities in the darkest times of the Holocaust, the Shoah. While still trying to grasp the enormity of the tragedy this genocide brought to our nation, we are shocked that the root of the evil designed and perpetrated by the Nazis and their collaborators, the anti-Semitic perception that Jews don't deserve to be treated equally like the other people, creed or race, still exists today and even continues to spread and evolve. While forcibly at the labor camp in the Peshmish ghetto in the summer of 1943, exactly 70 years ago, Michael Goldman-Gilad, only 17 years old, got 80 lashes from the SS commander in his ghetto, Josef Schwamberger, for hiding books. Amazingly, he survived the 80 lashes. He survived death and marches. He survived forced labor and starvation. He survived Auschwitz. He lived to become a proud police investigator in the Israeli police force and to take part in bringing the mass murder Eichmann to trial. Michael once said that when he met people that discounted his story or disbelieved that any person could survive so many lashes, it was for him as if he had just received the 81st lash. So to further paraphrase his ordeal, for this brave Mr. Goldman-Gilad to live in an era where anti-Semitism still exists, where the lesson has not been fully learned, is like getting the 82nd lash. But this conference is a strong message to fanatics and liars. This time, Michael is not alone. Joint positive forces will serve as a firm protecting hand to stop in Minher this week from handing out this racist blow. I have been informed by the conference chair, our dear friend and colleague Ambassador Gideon Behar, that more than 450 persons from more than 40 countries participated in the deliberations of the conference and have come up with a concrete action plan for combating anti-Semitism in 2013 and beyond. This is an achievement that strengthens the minds and hearts of Jews, both here in Israel and around the world. So, unlike that darkest of time, only 70 years ago, we are not alone now in our efforts to strive for a new global generation that is unwilling to accept this ancient irrational bigotry. We also remember this evening that, like anti-Semitism, which is aimed at the Jewish people, other forms of racism and xenophobia are evils every society in the world manifests to a certain degree, and every society has to fight. We in Israel are putting great efforts into educating our young generations in the concept of tolerance and dialogue among all minorities in Israel, even in times of war and terror. Anti-Semitism is regrettable, ever evolving. Anti-Semitism around the world devoted to to their dark cause are becoming more and more sophisticated, they use new media and new technologies to spread their hatred. The resilient message sent by the international community against open anti-Semitism, while achieving much progress, has had a twisted influence on hardcore anti-Semites. It has taught them to disguise their hatred from anything that has to do with the Jewish people, including the Jewish state of Israel. As a result, some of them have learned to cloak their anti-Semitic tendencies while singling out anything Jewish for criticism in softer colors. So while indeed we must all be careful not to hastily brand as anti-Semitic occurrences or mere bad choices of words or caustic criticism that may not be pleasant to hear but are not really anti-Semitic as such, at the same time we must stay vigilant and not allow that this new phenomenon of anti-Semites in disguise will prevail. As the Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Israel, I wish to announce this evening that I intend to have this conference of Global Forum convened on a regular basis every 2 years in order to assure the continuity of the work and the concrete efforts. I also undertake to help with the necessary steps needed to implement the recommendations of the action plan for combating anti-Semitism this conference adopted through the successful work of the working groups, co-chairs and participants. Our embassies and consulates around the world and our headquarters here in Jerusalem will play a central role in striving for this goal, and I'm sure that we can count on all of you, on your support and assistance in these efforts. Michael Goldman-Gilad may have been failed to hide those books from the Nazis, but he lived to publish a book himself and to be a proud grandfather of 12 grandchildren, so there is every reason for all of us to believe that success against all adversity is possible. I thank you all once again for coming to Jerusalem and for participating at the 4th International Conference of Global Forum for Combating Antisemitism. Thank you very much. God bless you.